Namaste friends, welcome back to the channel Indian Classics Retold, where Hindi classics come alive in simple English. In episode 4, we saw how Binti entered the Shukla's household, how Sudha welcomed her with warmth, and how Chandar quietly observed the change. Today, in episode 5, we'll see how these early bonds grow and how a quiet unease began to take shape in Chandar's heart. Morning sunlight filled the Shukla's home. Sudha arranged the flowers in a vase near the balcony, her voice humming a soft tune. Binti, now more at ease, helped her with the decorations. The two exchanged cheerful words and laughter that spread gently through the house. Chandar in his room packed his bags neatly into a brown leather bag. He looked at the papers on his desk, notes, letters, and the manuscripts he had been working on for days. He adjusted his spectacles, looked once towards the living room where the two girls were chatting, then quietly stepped out. Outside, the street was lively. Vendors called out, children hurried to school, and a faint scent of dust and flowers lingered in the air. Chandar walked briskly towards the university, his mind half on his studies and half somewhere else. At the college gate, he met Bisaria, his close friend, a talkative, witty, and almost always busy in his own thoughts of poetry. Bisaria cheerfully said,
Arey Chandar! You look serious again. What's the research about today? Books or people?
Chandar smiled and said,
Mostly books, Bisaria. People are harder to understand.
Bisaria laughed.
That's because you think too much. You should live a little, man. Come, class can wait.
But Chandar shook his head in no and said,
Some of us can't afford to wait, Bisaria. Let's go to the class.
The day went on. Lectures, papers, a few discussions with professors. Chandar's mind was sharp, but his thoughts often drifted back home, to Sudha's cheerful laughter, to Binti's quiet smile. He couldn't explain why these images returned again and again, like echoes that refused to fade. By afternoon, he and Bisaria sat under a tree near the library. Bisaria asked,
Chandar, sometimes I think you live in two worlds. One here and one somewhere far away.
Chandar didn't respond immediately. He looked at the sunlight falling through the leaves and said quietly,
Maybe you are right, Bisaria.
When Chandar returned home in the evening, the house felt peaceful. Sudha was teaching Binti how to arrange the books in the study room, and she shared how she spent her day in the school with Gesu. Her laughter reached Chandar before even he entered the house. Sudha, when saw Chandar, said, Chandar, you're back. You must be tired. Come, have tea with us. Chandar placed his bag aside and joined them, though his mind was still half in his thoughts. Binti curiously asked, Did you have a busy day, Chandar? Chandar replied with a faint smile,
Busy enough to make me forget the lunch.
Sudha laughed softly and poured tea in a cup for him. The warmth of that small moment filled the room, though none of them spoke much about that. That night, as the light dimmed, Chandar sat in his desk once more. The sound of the house had faded. Only the ticking of the clock and the rustle of papers remained. He tried to focus on his work, but the image of Binti's curious eyes and Sudha's gentle voice returned again and again. He didn't understand why, and perhaps he didn't wish to. Outside, the city slept. Inside, something unspoken had quietly begun. A bond, a thought, a feeling he couldn't yet name. And here we end with episode 5. It's English Corner. Word 1. Curious. It means wanting to know or learn something. Example, she was curious to know about his quiet nature. Next word is warmth. It means friendliness or kindness. Example, Sudha's warmth made everyone feel at ease. Next word is unease. It means a slight feeling of worry or discomfort. Example, there was a quiet unease in Chandar's heart. If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Join me in episode 6, where emotions deepen and the line between friendship and affection begins to blur.